for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Denver Broncos. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They begin with a quick throw out left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
On gain of 19 yards. First down, Packers.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team is capable of.
Back to throw now on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A great play there. Good touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. Carlson's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Let's go. Ready.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. You look at this Packers defense. They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
And goal to go at the 4-yard line.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now receiver in motion left.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. From 4 yards out.
And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And it's now 14-0.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Those defense for the Packers, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
18, Pioneer.
Back to throw. And this complete to Mitchell. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards on the return that time. Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? It's a quarterback sneak, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Packers take a 3-touchdown lead. Carlson's extra point up and good, and it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. You look at this Packers defense. They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. This will be fielded at the 17. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
Oh, good move. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Another big play here as they strike for 31.
First down, Green Bay.
Here we go, here we go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Inside the 20. Then into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Now Carlson for the extra point. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. He's got his target. That's complete.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Looking to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Packers force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year. But you think this game, their toughest test yet?
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run. So this game is crucial.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
2nd and 15. And a big loss here as he's taken down. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll set up to throw. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Quay Walker in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
And here's Jake Bailey now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Breaks a tackle, and now past another. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
1 yard gain.
2nd and 9 now. Throwing left side, it's complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Let's go now.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks.
27-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. 1st down.
They'll look to throw here. This is caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Packers continue to pull away here in this first half. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Broncos nothing.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Okay.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
They'll pitch it out to Mitchell.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
On is Jake Bailey to send this one away.
And he'll be out right at the 35.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Carlson on for the extra point.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Packers 49, Broncos nothing.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. Second and 5.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They'll get 34 yards there.
'70 Ranger. Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 35.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Packers 49, Broncos nothing.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway.
And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback.
Got it. Ready?
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Ready?
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
19 tight. 19 tight. Go street. Go.
Back to throw here. And my goodness, another interception. Down the numbers. There he goes. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Now Carlson for the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
The score, Packers 56, Broncos nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
Come on.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably going out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And there's another stat. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
And they'll bring Judy in motion right. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. A great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He's got it at the 15. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
It's another 1st down on a big gainer there, 33 yards.
1st down, Packers.
Ready up.
They'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
This is caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. From 6 yards away.
And the Packers just continue to roll. Carlson on for the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
63. Broncos nothing.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going.
Warriors 70. Go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And my goodness, another interception. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Green Bay.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Anders Carlson on for the field goal.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone. But still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, After we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
Broncos first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
And that one,
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
19 Lions. Ready.
He'll look to throw. It's caught. Mitchell. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. 47 yards.
And the Broncos are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
Point after, right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York? No, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
105 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And he's got room. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
A gain of 19 yards. And a Packer first down.
Let's go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
Oh, able to avoid him. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards that time, and a first down on the keeper.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
And they're able to bring him down at the 20. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Going for it, it's Mitchell.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Quay Walker picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. This is fielded at the 27. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided a long time ago.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And they can't bring him down. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one good for 37 yards.
At the 3-yard line.
They'll bring out Anders Carlson now to try the field goal.
From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
On play action, they'll throw. And now here is another interception. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down.
First play of the drive, excellent run, just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Come on, come on.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Dobbs. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And my goodness, another interception. And the Packers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Ready, ready. Big lion. Set.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago.